Unhappy with your job? Maybe thinking of quitting? Well, you are not alone. A recent survey by Office Vibe of more than 50,000 workers finds 15% say they do not see themselves staying in their job a year from now. But quitting isn't always a good idea, according to our guest, Tracey Jones. Tracey is a career and leadership advisor. Thanks for being with us, Tracey.
Thank you so much.
Tracey has a new book called A Message to Millennials, What Your Parents Didn't Tell You and What Your Employer Wants You to Know. In the book, she outlines the worst reasons to quit your job. And Tracey Jones's top worst reasons to quit include you don't like your coworkers and you don't believe you're getting credit for your work, and of course long hours. So these are the reasons not to quit. But if you talk to anybody on the street, they might say that's exactly why they want to quit.
Absolutely. Well, you know, there's three approaches with anything, and you always have these questions in life when we go through these cycles, not only in our professional lives, but in our personal lives. Do I stay or do I go?
Right.
And so there's three options. We always heard fight or flight.
Yes.
I don't recommend fighting. If you flight, there's always going to be grumpy coworkers. You may always find a boss that you don't click with. And long hours is really about really looking at how you spend your time. So I always recommend, if you're operating from a position of unhappiness, and they say that anger is one letter away from danger. If you're upset at something at work, stop and try and find a way to adapt. But as you said, there certainly are ways that you should, and I don't call it quitting. When you're leaving a job for the other reasons that I'm talking about, that's more you're kind of graduating. You're going on to better opportunities, and that's a completely different ball of wax. You're like matriculating to something higher.
So there are some good reasons to quit, some worthwhile reasons to quit.
Absolutely. I have changed careers 5 times in my life. Who knows, with as long as we're all living, how long that's going to be with the next ones. But if you, as you are going through your career advancement, you're going to find out other things that you're good at. As you become more self-aware, you're going to develop new talents you didn't know. Also, if a better opportunity comes your way, by all means take it. Third, if you don't trust your boss, you may not like them, you may not even understand them. That's neither here nor there. But if you don't have a boss that you can trust and you've talked to them and you suspect they don't have your back, it may be time to start looking elsewhere. And the fourth reason I tell people, if you're really flatlined and there's no opportunity for career advancement and you want to keep growing your experience bag and climbing up and raising the bar in life, then by all means that is a completely acceptable reason to start looking elsewhere for employment.
In the beginning of the interview, we cited that study that said, you know, quite a few of the people who participated in it didn't see themselves in their job a year from now. As a leadership advisor and career professional advisor, do you find that people are telling you more and more frequently that they're ready to leave their jobs?
I hear it all the time, and that's really why I wrote the book. The important part is to get clarity on, at your job, are you doing everything you can? Have you spoken to your boss? Like I said, it's kind of the law of diminishing returns. You're going to see if you get to a point where there is no place else to go, then speak with your boss about it. They're going to be able to respect your wishes, to know that you are a hard charger and that you want to go elsewhere.
I think it's fair to say a lot of people describe their work environment, how they operate and work, as playing the game. As you said, meet with your boss, raise your hand, say I'm available. Your book is geared toward millennials. Do you think that they miss that message somewhere?
Well, a lot of them came to me and said, hey, how do I become a leader? And the book is really about by being an exemplary follower. So they may have missed it. I'm a boomer. I got told that every day.
Sure.
And so I'm trying to share it with them because it's a timeless truth, and they have been so encouraged and receptive of it. So yeah, we all have to get told in our 20s how to play the game.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to pass the baton and help them be more tremendous.
One thing I should point out in your worst reasons to quit is you don't think you're getting enough credit. And one of the solutions that you point out is schedule time to meet with your boss, maybe quarterly, to talk about it.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, too, we got to get off this. You know, if your boss thanks you, that's great. But your paycheck is really there to thank you.
Sure.
And we all want great leaders that will thank us. But if you don't get the credit, let your boss know, hey, I'm one of those type of people that is coded that I want the recognition. Because if your boss doesn't know it, and not everybody wants it, some people just enjoy the satisfaction of a job well done.
Sure.
So different strokes for different folks, and let them know what you're looking for. And that can go a long way.
Good advice. Tracey Jones, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.